walk in this smoke and keep it real. I'ma do it, somebody else gonna do it. Maybe somebody else gonna see it. Every time I close my eyes, I'm convinced myself every day I can see it not real life. How the fuck I feel the people so long? How the pain run me for so long? Ain't killing me for so long. And I don't even see myself for so long. So I'm walking this smoke every day. I'm so crippled, wait a minute, it ain't no silk. We'll never lose hope, cause we tapped in. Stuck in the wheel, but the system gotta tap in. Ain't gonna go, we gon' get it off the back end. And how the fuck I been the people so long? How the pain run me for so long? I've been feeling like this for so long. How could you see? I've been up things you ain't gotta leave. All you gotta do is listen to me pipe down. I'm about to keep this in the air. Like I'm about to keep letting it feel like the man that had a dream about my boy. To a man that's so true. They have a little feeling of the guns about to win. More EINs and LLCs for the family tree. To the people who know more product for me. Since I'm planning to see some things for me. I got some niggas that want my God to evil. But they won't move so like I DNA unlock me. Producing the product for profit. Strictly ain't nothing. They don't be nothing. Not like I'm coming. People are done. Chasing me down. They come out done. If you was to still get baking some money. For real. I'ma do it. Somebody else gonna do it. Maybe somebody else gonna see it. Every time I close my eyes, I'm convinced myself every day I can see it not real life. How the fuck I been a people so long? How the pain run for so long? They been killing me for so long. And I can really be myself for so long. So I'm walking this smoke every day. You gon' show cause it's raining and it's ain't no silk. We'll never lose hope cause we tapped in. Stuck in the wheel, but the system gotta tap in. Ain't gonna go, we gon' get it off the back end. And how the fuck I been a people so long? How the pain run for so long? I've been doing like this for so long. Every day all the things that they told me. Trying to think about it, I don't even think I know me. I'm on the getting shot by the police. Could have been me, so I'ma let my soul speak. For the ones who came, for the ones who lost. These niggas talking on people choose to be a boss. I see the love, but the evil I never close. And when my people see these people, what they finding out. All of the police gon' be looking till it's coming out. If I'm the change in the pain, we can have it all. So it's time, have it time, on the blessing. Fuck, don't fuck, right hand, fuck a blessing. Cause I'm going for it, you gotta kiss me. Rhyme to the wheels fall, no one gotta hate me. And the hoes, you can tell you like a shoulder. Ain't no free line, can't be different like a soda. Feel like a bit on the kitchen. Truth is hard, like a nigga get a whooping. Nigga, I'm too sorry, hell nah, I ain't tripping. MJ said it's not, nigga, I ain't tripping. Breaking news line, real straight from the gutter. Getting straight face, nigga, on my brother. Talking guns, coming on the name like gutter. Got the phone closed, but the nigga got a gutter. I'ma do it, somebody else gonna do it. Maybe somebody else gonna see it. Every time I close my eyes, I'm convinced myself every day I can see it not real life. How the fuck I feel the shit for so long? How the pain run me for so long? They been giving me the shit for so long. And I can even see myself for so long. So don't walk in this smoke every day. You gon' show cause it's raining and it ain't no silk. We'll never lose hope cause we tap in. Stuck in the wheel cause the system gotta tap in. Ain't gonna go, we gon' get it off the back end. And how the fuck I been the shit for so long? How the pain run for so long? I've been doing like this for so long.
Top X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. King David, Psalms 144 says, Top X on the way to the gym. Always a pleasure to have you in here, King David. That's right, brother. Going and get your workout in. Hope you have a good workout, brother. Right now, you're physically working out. But when the Most High gets on the scene and he endows the Torah Tanakh only Hebrew Israelites with power from on high, it's going to be a wrap out here. Brother Yashabam says, praise Yah forever. That's right, forever, and him only. You know what, family? We're going to play that song back one more time. Hebrew Israelites, if y'all in here, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the bell and subscribe and get notifications so that you get every video, every live, every short, whatever. But especially when we have a chance to come together on live because we get to chop it up in live time, family. I'm going to play that song back one more time and then we're going to get into this video. Top X. Hebrews.
So glad I remember Newbury.
Purity and becoming one. And fam, this is going to be an informational video that we're getting ready to watch. I want y'all to see this, okay? I want y'all to see what these heathens have been up to while we were in captivity, okay? One more again, we're going to play this song. See if any other brews going to come in here. Tavex to all you Hebrews out there. No idols. Tav X, purity, and becoming one. That's what we need, ain't it? J.R. Meadows says 100 strong content. All praises to the mighty one of Jacob, J.R. Meadows. Always a pleasure to see you in here, brother. Family, as you come through the door, please hit the like button. Like I always say, not because you like me, but because you like the words of the Most High. Because you like truth. It ain't no telling what kind of stuff we talk about over here. But one thing you can better believe, it's always going to be based at the heart, Torah and Tanakh. That's our only hope, you guys. That's our only salvation. Nothing new. We only going to accept the old ways, the old paths. If you're not subscribed, Hebrew, hit the subscribe button. Brother Yashabam says, what's that song called? It's called Money Motivated Stars. Intro song. So Long song. So I guess the name of this song would be So Long. Hey, you know what, family? A lot of people say they like this song. I discovered this song back when the pandemic first broke out, y'all. And the nigga lost his job and all kinds of stuff was popping off. But when this video uploads, I'm going to leave a link to this song so everybody who like this song, y'all can listen to it as many times as y'all want. And when you put this joint in a system, when you riding in the car, this joint thump, y'all. This joint is fire. I'm going to leave a link to this song when this video uploads. I'm going to leave the link in the comment section, family. All praises to the Most High God. All praises to the mighty one of Jacob. Okay? And I will leave a link to that song, everybody. Everybody who's in here on this live or on the playback is going to be a link to the song that you heard at the beginning. No, I didn't make the song. Another guy did. But I love this song so much. Like I told y'all, I found that song back when the pandemic first broke out, right around the time when Hebrew lost his job. It was going crazy out here, okay? We got a good one today, family. King David, Psalms 144 says, hey, Yashabam, needed that talk for real already, have built up anger. Best to save it when H say so. Get them children. Let my energy unleash in you. I'm letting you taste off for their heads. Ouch. Ouch. Yes, sirree. Family, we got a good one, fam. Now look, fair use, fair use. What I'm about to show you guys, okay? And look, you guys share this video with somebody when you watch this video, okay? The Europeans. First of all, you saw the title of this video. Anybody who clicked on this video, did you see the title? Of course you did. Slave Bible. Slave Bible. Okay? And I'm not making this up. Everybody knows about this. The Slave Bible. Our Bible. Because understand this. The Bible belongs to the 12 tribes of Israel. Those are our writings. We got destroyed. We went into captivity. And like I be saying, y'all, when you go into captivity, everything that you own goes to the other guy. So the other guy being mainly, because we've been in captivity to so many nations, but this most recent one, the so-called white man, put us into captivity and he seized all of our belongings. He literally seized our bodies and our records, which just happens to include the Torah and the Tanakh. Any holy writings given to the children of Israel by the prophets, guess what? When you go into captivity, the bad guys get your writings. And when the Europeans or the so-called white man, who I believe are the Edomites, but if you guys, some people say he's Japheth, some people say he's Esau. I'm one of the people who says that he's Esau. But you know why I don't debate that with brothers? Because that's knowing who Esau is not going to determine whether Yahweh lets us into the kingdom. Our main objective is to get the kingdom. Esau will get dealt with. Okay, that's for sure. But this man who we believe to be Esau, many of us, or should I say the so-called white man, now everybody knows who that is. He seized our records and he gave us the slave Bible. But many people have a problem believing so-called black people when they get told something by another so-called black person. So, in order to make this go down easier, I'm going to let everybody hear this from the so-called white man. Because he seems to be the one who most people on planet Earth defer to. I know many of you guys on this channel, we don't defer to the other nations. We defer to Yahweh and Yahweh only. Okay? But I'm getting ready to show you guys what these people did. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Natea says, got the notification, brother. Glad to be here. All praises to the mighty one of Jacob, Natea. Glad that you're here. King David says, the Most High say so. I think that's the end of one of your other chats you sent, King David. Sometimes YouTube be playing around because they'll chop off the end of the sentence and then put it after. Y'all know, hey, everybody that's over here, you guys all know how YouTube likes to play little games. When they see us over here talking and getting together, they like, oh no, They hate to see Israelite unity, y'all. And guess what? Some things we might not all agree on, y'all. But you think that these devils care about that? They don't want to see us talking amongst ourselves. Because the devil always knows when the Israelites start talking amongst themselves, they're trying to figure stuff out. And when the Israelites who worship the Most High and Him only are putting their heads together trying to figure stuff out, you better believe something gonna get figured out. And when it get figured out, whoever was trying to stop the Israelites, you heathens, you're gonna be held accountable. Okay? Natea says, I'll be looking for the link to that song. I think everybody liked that joint. That was one of the joints, the very first time I heard that song, I fell in love with it, y'all. Yashabam says, at King David, Psalm 144. That's right. There's a time for everything. That's right. Bring it out, Ak. King David says, 100. That's right. All right, family. Now I got to show y'all these clips. Look at what these wicked Europeans did, y'all. King David says, yeah, I know for a fact I'll be typing something. Then when I post, make me sound like a 2-year-old just now learning when I post real information. Uh-huh. These devils. You devils out there. And look, we know you devils watch this channel, any channel out there. We know that you devils got technology. I'm sure you devils got technology out there that searches YouTube for Most High only content. And you search for people who make Most High only videos. You search for people who watch Most High only videos. And you watch people who comment on Most High only videos. We know you devils out there watching all of us because the whole entire earth hates Yahweh. That's why when we went into captivity, y'all, these devils scrubbed out Yahweh's name. Why y'all think we get so much pushback from people when we tell people who the world calls God, his name is Yahweh, and people want to fight us on that and argue, they say we making it up. How many times, I know y'all done heard that before. Man, you making that up. How you know that's his name? Because they scrubbed it out of the Torah and the Tanakh anywhere between 5,000 to 7,000 times. And also, this weekend, even though I got to work like a Hebrew slave, I'm going to find some time this weekend to read to y'all out of the Yahweh Bible. So you can see all the times they scrubbed his name out, y'all. Y'all, look at that right there. If we think that our scriptures have not been tampered with, how come when we pick up a modern day Bible, we can't find Yahweh's name? Because our scriptures have been tampered with, family. They scrubbed his name out. They took his name out, and that ain't all they took out. But don't listen to me, okay? I want y'all to hear from the so-called white man himself. Because you guys, look, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this so-called white man not the guy who everybody looks to for information these days? Look, if I'm wrong, let me know. Okay? But get ready. Fair use. Fair use. Fair use. Fair use. I'm showing this video for commentary purposes and educational purposes. Because y'all know YouTube will try to either ban this video, block this video, strike my channel, especially when we start bringing out something like this. Even though they are admitting what I'm getting ready to show you, they'll penalize me and strike my channel or block this video, take it down, but they don't penalize them for what they did. I'm about to let you listen. I'm about to let y'all listen to these devils. King David says, yes, and our names has his name attached to us. Yep, at one point until we took the heathen name. Exactly. You guys, do you know the price that you are going to pay for changing our names? You took Yahweh's name off of us and put your name on us when the Most High told us that he surnamed us. But you devils said, nope, that nigga belongs to me. I'm taking him and I'm changing his name to my name. You devils are going to pay for that. J.I. Meadows says they'd rather dwell in hell before we get reparations. You're absolutely right. Well, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, listen to what the European slave master did to your records. Out of his own mouth, not mine. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Welcome to Esoteric Thoughts.
Yahweh Akkad, Yasharal Shalom, brother.
When 19th century British missionaries arrived in the Caribbean to convert enslaved Africans, they came armed with a heavily edited version.
Y'all hear that? When they arrived to convert enslaved Africans. So you guys remember that. When somebody tries to get you to convert, what they're really doing is trying to enslave you. You got to know how to read between the lines with these demons.
Of the Bible. Any passage that might incite rebellion or the realization for freedom was removed, such as references to the exodus of enslaved Israelites from Egypt. This book's full title was Select Parts of the Holy Bible for the Use of the Negro Slaves in the British West India Islands, otherwise known as the Slave Bible. Today, just 3 original copies of the Slave Bible are known to exist. 2 are held in the UK, and 1 is currently on view at the Museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C.
Did y'all hear that? One of the slave Bibles is in D.C. You guys, I told y'all I'm in the D.C. area, right? I'm going to go to the Bible Museum. I don't know if these devils will allow me to film while I'm in there, but whenever I do make my way to that Bible Museum, which they charge you money to go in, by the way, I got to go online and get tickets to view my own records. But if they allow me to have a camera in there when I do it, because they make you pay for tickets and all that, but if they allow me to film, I'm going to go live one day when I'm in the Bible exhibit, right there at the Slave Bible in D.C.
The Slave Bible was originally published in 1807, printed in London by Law and Gilbert for the Society for the Conversion and Religious Instruction and Education of the Negro Slaves.
Did you hear that? Did you guys hear? Are you guys listening? I hope you are listening, Hebrews.
In the British West India Islands. This society was founded by the Bishop of London, Bill B. Porteous, in 1794. Porteous had made a name for himself preaching sermons about the abolition, to a relative degree, and demands that Christians offer kind treatment of the slaves. It was the Church of England's Porteous that produced the Slave Bible.
Did you hear that? The Church of England are the original producers of the Slave Bible.
Save time.
Fam. They got a commercial right here. Do y'all hear that? Did you guys hear that? Fair use, fair use. Oh my gosh, fam. They created a slave Bible. How'd they do that? They put you in captivity and took your Torah from you. That's how.
I was found at Gonzaga online is exactly what I'm looking for. I studied the things that I really enjoyed that I did.
Fair use, fair use. Yeah, you know what? It's acting funny right now because they know we all watching. They know that these Europeans are being exposed for giving us a slave Bible. And now it's coming back to haunt them.
Coincidence. The Slave Bible was produced 3 years after the Haitian Revolution, during a period of increased American and European paranoia that the people they oppressed would one day rise up against them. Missionaries and planters thought that revolutions, by teaching the enslaved people to respect their masters, thus help them be better slaves.
They won't even let me control it now. Do you hear me?
Bishop Porteous as an abolitionist. His actions and official letters show otherwise. In his letter, Porteous portrays converted slaves as feathers in the caps of their owners, calling them a pleasing and interesting spectacle of a new and most numerous race of Christians, plucked as a brand out of the fire, rescued from the horrors and superstitions of paganism. Porteous reasons that Christian slaves work harder and are more compliant than those who do not convert. He argues that plantation owners should allow their slaves to receive Christian religious education so that their sexual activity can be controlled, with the hope of producing more offspring, more enslaved babies, more slaves.
Family, I might have to stop this.
More profit. In a number of works and letters by Bishop Porteous,
For some reason now, my remote is acting up. I got no control over this TV, family.
He aims to convince these readers to allow enslaved Africans time and resources to receive Christian religious instructions with a labor-free Sunday, so that the enslaved can gather and be formed into Christian slaves. He speculates
Y'all hear that?
the local clergy would be willing to prepare a short form of public prayers for them, consisting of a number of the best collects of the liturgy, the creed, the Lord's Prayer, and the Ten Commandments, together with select portions of scripture taken principally from Psalms and Proverbs, the Gospels, and the plainest of the most practical parts of the epistles, particularly those which relate to the duties of slaves towards their masters.
Do y'all hear that?
Those associated with this movement sought to teach enslaved Africans to read, with the ultimate goal of introducing them to Christianity. But they had to be careful not to run afoul of plantation owners who were wary about the revolutionary implications of educating their enslaved workforce. Some missionaries also believed that it was only appropriate to teach enslaved people the parts that reinforced their enslaved status. During slavery, its proponents often justified it with the Bible, specifically verses telling servants to obey their masters. The BWI Islands, modern-day Jamaica, Barbados, and Antigua, formed the heart of the British Overseas Empire.
Hit that like
It
button,
was
fam.
powered by enslaved Africans forced to work on sugar and cotton plantations, so they couldn't read or be read anything that might incite them to rebel.
Like the Old Testament.
The missionaries needed a radically pared-down version of the Bible.
Listen to this.
The King James Version has 1,189 chapters. The Slave Bible only has 232.
Do y'all hear that?
This equates to roughly 10% of the Old Testament.
They took out 90% of the Old Testament.
Apart from one exception, the editors of the Slave Bible prefer to include whole chapters. They did not redact individual sentences or words they found troubling. It's hard to pin down the exact edition of the King James Version the editors used. While the words are the same, the punctuation,
Damn
capitalization,
devils.
chapter summaries, and titles look different.
I wish I could pause this video, y'all. But now all of a sudden my remote doesn't work. I have no control of this video.
Editors attempt to improve the readability.
It lets me control the volume. That's it. I can't skip the
Tell
ads.
us about the editors is that they did not simply copy and paste.
And I can't pause the video. I can't skip the ads, y'all, and I can't pause the video. For some reason, my remote has just gone crazy,
There
fam.
was some intentionality as to how their edition would read, by their use of multiple editions to
We gonna get
create
through it
their
though. Y'all
complete
listen to
disc.
this. This is how we'll skip the ads. I'll just black it out with my hand, okay? And turn down the volume till it comes back on. Family, do y'all see how crazy this is? Now look, what a coincidence. We watching something like this on here, and then all of a sudden, now my remote not working. Now I can't pause this video. Because there's going to be stuff they show in this video, y'all. I wish that I could pause this video so you can actually have a long look. But when y'all watching this video, when it uploads, even right now, y'all can pause on y'all end watching, but I can't pause on my end because my remote has just gone haywire. How crazy is that? But did y'all hear when they said they took out 90% of the Old Testament, y'all? In the slave Bible, they were only left with 10% of the Old Testament in the Torah Tanakh. And you know they didn't give it all back.
Of Exodus,
Look at
any
this.
mention of liberation, while highlighting obedience as well as the consequences for disobedience. The slave Bible only
This is what they had in the Old Testament.
20.
They left out whole entire books.
Israel received the Ten Commandments. Interestingly, in Exodus 20 verse 2, it says, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Slave Bible
This is
contents.
obviously in reference
Look
to the
at this,
preceding
y'all.
narrative of the Exodus. What
They
was
took the whole book of
is the
Leviticus
treatment
out,
and enslavement of
whole
Joseph
book of
in
Numbers out.
Genesis. But at the end of the story, Joseph takes charge of Egypt.
Look, whole book of Psalms missing. Whole book of Jeremiah missing. And y'all think they gave us back all the books? Ain't no way.
In addition to this, they also left verses such as Isaiah 58 verse 6 about letting the oppressed go free. They included 1 Timothy 1 verse 10, which condemns men stealers. They included most of the book of Daniel, which features multiple stories of civil disobedience against the empire. The editors included Genesis 18, the punishment for the sinful ways of Sodom and Gomorrah, as well as Galatians 5 verse 1.
Fair
Christ
use.
hath made us free,
Fair use.
and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. Excluded was Jeremiah 22:13. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, that useth his neighbour's service without wages.
They left that
and
out.
giveth him not for his work.
See? They broke the Most High's commandments. They took out.
And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
That's in the Torah.
Also removed.
That's God's law. They took that out, y'all.
The missionaries emphasize passages that encourage subservience, like Ephesians 6 verse 5. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh, with fear.
But they put that in there. Do y'all see that? They broke Yahweh's laws. They took words out and put words in.
The book of Revelation, suggesting that the editors wanted to leave out any mention of the new creation. In other words, the end of all evil and oppression. The slave Bible's inclusion of many passages that refer to obedience and humility supports the pro-slavery intentions.
Y'all see this?
It includes Romans 13 verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. Among
They put that in there.
Galatians 3:28. There is neither bond nor free. There is neither male nor female.
Yep.
For ye are all one in Christ.
Yeah.
Another
This
piece
is
of the
ridiculous.
puzzle is the social condition in the British-controlled Caribbean.
Hit the like button,
Whilst
Hebrews.
Instances of biblical literacy taught to slaves as early as the 1710s.
Y'all hear this?
Historian Robert Smith notes that the slaves were not evangelized as part of the colonization process. It was only towards the latter half of the 18th century that concern for the slaves' religious experience was considered. There were a series of laws passed in various colonies in the early 1800s aimed at limiting education
Called
among
the
slaves.
Slavery Code. Y'all
These
see
laws
that?
stemmed from the
Slavery
belief that
Code.
slave education would endanger the peace and safety of the colonies. After all, the French colony of Haiti had been liberated through a massive slave revolt only a few years earlier in 1804.
And they scared to death of
The
that
slave
happening
owner
again, y'all.
enters into a new period of colonial history. Plantation owners are still leery about educating slaves, yet the Anglican Church
Y'all reading
now has
this?
a renewed and focused interest in
Are y'all reading
evangelism
this,
and
fam?
education among the slaves of their colonies.
Fair use, fair use. Hey, y'all, these people are wicked as hell.
Although the slave Bible was used to repress rebellion, it did not stop enslaved people in the Caribbean.
All praises. Now the pause button is working. Fam, fair use, fair use. Y'all see this? Y'all see what these devils did? Let me read a few of these comments since the remote is magically working again. And that's a figure of speech, Hebrews, because I can see somebody out there now. See? He said he used magic to make the remote work. Cut it out, y'all. Okay. Yashabam says, Shalom and Hana Yasharal. Yashabam says, praise the Creator, bruh, at Yahweh's portion. Yahweh's portion says, at Yashabam, at King David. Shalom, fam. Yahweh's portion says, damn devils. Natalia says, Shalom, brother. Yahweh's portion. Hana Yasharal says, Shalom. Shalom to you. King David says, there. Natalia says, unbelievable what they did. I'll say what Yahweh's portion said again. Damn devils. Yahweh's portion says, what thing soever I command you, observe to do it. Thou shalt not add thereto nor diminish from it. Do y'all see that? That is a commandment. That is exactly what these demons did. Y'all, since this remote is working now, we're going to go back and take a look at that. Yashabam says they would think to change time and laws. Exactly, brother. Daylight saving time sound familiar? These devils, man. I know y'all are just as sick of these demons as I am. Listen to this crap.
Fighting for their freedom. Enslaved people constantly rebelled against slavery right up until emancipation in 1833. Religion was used to bolster the economic interests.
Oops, Deuteronomy 12 and 32.
It is well known that religion throughout history has been used to give hope as well as to crush hope. The Bible has been used to condone odious social practices such as colonialism and slavery. This fact is not to be overlooked. At first glance, the slave Bible seems to be a product of its pre-abolitionist society. Its chief aim was to educate slaves in matters of the Christian faith.
Do you hear that, you guys? The main objective of the Christian Bible, or should I say the slave Bible, was to educate the slaves in the ways of Christianity, y'all. All the books that they took out and removed and what they left us with was so they could push us into idolatry. You guys, we're going to go back and look. We're going to go back and look and see all the books they took out. I'm going to rewind this part.
Revolt and uprisings and reinforce control. Imagine a Bible that starts with creation, but then jumps right to Joseph being sold into slavery.
Y'all see that?
That's the point of how imprisonment benefited him.
Do y'all see that? Did y'all hear what he just said? Starting off from creation and jumping right into Joseph being sold into slavery and how that's a good thing for him. Y'all didn't see that, y'all. Family, it's no way. Yeah, your house portion. Wow, exactly, bruh. Family, I'm telling you guys, the Most High has put in the spirit on brothers and sisters to understand this, what they have done. Y'all, we do not have all of the books that we supposed to, family. You're getting it from these devils' mouths themselves. They feel proud. They are very proud that they was able to conquer these people right here. That's you. These people are very proud what they was able to do to these people you see right here, so they brag on it. And they even kept copies of what they did to you. all over the world, and they got one copy in Washington, D.C. Copy of what? The slave Bible. Bible where they what? Took parts out and put parts in. Family, I have to stress this to you guys. I have to stress this to you. Whenever you see me over here, if I start bringing out some book that you've never heard of, family, I assure you that this book, whatever you see me book you reading out of that you never heard of on this channel, is one of the books that we're supposed to have. And check this out, family. Here's how you know. That slave Bible that they had, they did not have the book of Leviticus in there. They did not have the book of Jeremiah. So guess what? When these devils were going around handing out slave Bibles where there was no book of Jeremiah, okay, where there was no book of Leviticus, imagine what it would have been like in those times if a Hebrew popped up and said, hey, y'all, I got this book ain't nobody heard of called Leviticus. The Hebrews would look at him and say, man, that's not in the Bible. You're adding new books. But would that Hebrew really be adding new books? Or is he merely going after the books that these demons took out? Family, we have to understand. This is right in our face, family. I told y'all we in D.C. I'm going to go to that Bible museum in D.C. I'm going to go online. I'm going to pay money, unfortunately, to go see my own records. And you know what? I bet you these devils got it set up when you can't bring a camera in there. Because I know how these devils operate. They probably got it set up like that. But if they don't have it set up like that, and I'm allowed to bring my camera, family, I'm going to go live from the Bible Museum. And I'm going to go live right there and let you guys take a look at the slave Bible. And look, that's how proud they are of what they've done. That's how proud they are being able to get their hands on our Torah and Tanakh, and they did exactly what the Most High said don't do. Don't add nothing to this. Don't take away. What did they do? They took away books from the Torah. They took away Leviticus. They took away Jeremiah. Took away a whole lot of Isaiah. And just imagine if a Hebrew back then would have popped up and said, hey, y'all, I got a missing book of the Bible. It's called Jeremiah. The Hebrews would have said, man, we ain't ever heard of no book called Jeremiah. Look, it's not in here. Yeah, because it's the slave Bible. Family, we have not gotten all our books back. And you know what? It's so bad. I'm telling you, I'm willing to bet money out there. It's probably books of the Bible, characters of the Bible that none of us have ever even heard of because these devils had us in captivity. And when they started looking through our Torah and our Tanakh, they said, oh, hell no, take this out. I'm just using an example. It probably could have been a guy named Brother Herringbone. Brother Herringbone probably could have been a righteous guy, did all kind of righteous works, had all kind of prophecies, but we never even heard of Brother Herringbone because these devils were thumbing through our records. They said, oh, hell no. Get that out of there, take that out of there, take that out of there. And if one of these niggas do find the book of Brother Herringbone, nobody will believe it. Why? Because we already took it out when we had their asses in captivity. These people are wicked as hell, y'all. You guys are seeing this, okay? You guys, I would not lie to you guys. Number one, I love the Most High God, and I don't want the Most High to kill me because that's what he'll do, okay? And I don't want him to kill you either. And I'm not going to break the Most High's commandments, you guys. Even though sometimes, I know you guys, some of you guys out there think that what I'm doing is not right, but I'm showing you right here why I'm doing what I'm doing. You guys see this. We cannot deny this. You guys, this took place whether we like it or not, whether we accept it or not. They made slave Bibles. You guys heard that guy say they took 90% of the Old Testament out. And you actually think, you guys, that they gave it all back? Hell no, they ain't give it all back. Why would they give it all back? It's going to be used as a testimony against them when the Most High gets on the scene, and you will die for removing books from the Torah and the Tanakh. You're going to pay with your life. You are going to get bled out. All praises to the Most High for your demise, for playing with his children. You filthy, stinking devils. Fair use, fair use. I get pissed, y'all.
Surprisingly, there are still some people that feel the opposite way and believe that the intention of the slave Bible was simply educational and evangelistic,
Yeah, right.
and that the biblical text was not intentionally redacted to discourage revolt or support slavery.
That's BS.
But as New Testament scholar Professor Alan Callahan has observed in his analysis, slavery backhandedly facilitated the conversion of Africans,
Y'all hear that?
dragging them bound and shackled into the light of the Christian gospel.
Do you hear that, Hebrews? Everybody out there who you put your faith in JC, Yeshua, Yahushua, that all started. You were kicking and screaming, being dragged away in chains. That's how they converted you into Christianity. That's how they converted you into following JC. This is how they converted you into a Yahushua lover. Okay? Yashabam says whether they remove some stuff or not, Creator knows our hearts. That's right. That's right. And he also knows their hearts. So what, like you said, brother, their efforts is in vain, and you are going to pay. You're going to pay with your blood. You know what's so funny though? Because you did all that stuff to the children of Israel, and the Most High has not judged you yet. So many of you devils out there, you actually think that you're just going to ride off into the sunset, but boy, will you find out. King David says, big facts. Why the Most High said, if we do and they on that, go through man and etc., don't trust them. But if it's anyone saying, thus saith the Most High and is righteous, they most likely took out so many we do not know. Exactly, brother. Exactly. But you know what's a good thing, though? These devils really didn't understand. If they really wanted to see, the Most High didn't let them understand. If they really, really, really wanted to do us in for good, if they just would have removed the first 5 books and never let them come back out. But you know what? The Most High wouldn't let them remove the law. We got to have the law because that's what's going to bring us back to the Most High God. When we turn back to Yahweh and Yahweh only and his laws, that's when the nations bite the dust. And you nations, you getting ready to bite the dust. If I was somebody from the other nations, I would be completely petrified at this knowledge coming out. Because you other nations, you had our records and you was reading them more than we did. Even when we wasn't allowed to read, you had hundreds of years of combing through our records. So you other nations, you know what this means once we start to wake up. You know your end is near.
Also note that in most instances, this was the first time slaves had encountered the Bible, religion, or Christianity.
You hear that?
Converting and educating slaves were not innocuous activities occurring in an ideological vacuum. These missionaries aimed to do more with the slave Bible than simply converting and educate enslaved Africans.
Fair use, fair use.
The slave Bible in a way that would instill obedience and preserve the system of slavery in the colonies.
Oh, what did he just say? Hold, back that up again.
In an ideological vacuum. These missionaries aim to do more with the slave Bible than simply converting and educate enslaved Africans.
Like what?
They edited the slave Bible in a way.
What? They edited the slave Bible? You mean that they actually put stuff in there that wasn't supposed to be in there and took stuff out that wasn't supposed to come out? Yes, they edited the slave Bible. Like I said, just imagine if you would have been in those days. There was no book of Jeremiah. Why? They took it out. There was no book of Leviticus. There was no book of Numbers. Why? They took it out. And imagine if you would have been one of them Hebrews back then and you would have found the book of Leviticus. You would have tried to bring it to your brothers, and you know what? Your brothers would have rejected it. You know why? Not because they're evil, but because they didn't know. Why? Because the Europeans edited the text. You guys, it is going to be a major price to pay. You're going to pay with your blood. For editing the text of the Most High, you're going to die.
Way that would instill obedience and preserve the system of slavery in the colonies. The Christianity of the authors of the Slave Bible allowed for
Y'all see this? Look at that devil JC. And look, and they got a Hebrew Israelite bound down to the so-called white man. You can tell this dude is gay. You can tell he's soft. He's a fruitcake. This is the kind of spirit that we've been rolling in for hundreds of years, y'all. But the jig is up now.
paternalism, oppression, and acceptance of the enslavement of other human beings. Rather than asking what these missionaries did to the Bible, perhaps we should be asking what the Bible did to them. Thank you.
You hear this crap, this devil trying to give them a way out. You hear this crap? But I want to rewind to this part, right?
Injured?
Fair use, fair use. I'm going to show that part. I'm going to pause it on the part and show the books that was there. Hey, y'all, fam, look at this, fam. Fam, can y'all see this? Look at this to the left over here, okay? It says right here, Slave Bible Contents, right? That's what it says at the bottom, Slave Bible Contents. Look at this, y'all. At the top, we have the book of Genesis. Look, and they took out most of Genesis. Look at this. The only part they got of Genesis is Genesis chapter 1 through 3, Genesis 6 through 8, chapter 18, chapter 37, chapter 39 through 45. Everything else in Genesis, they took out. Exodus, look at this. In Exodus, they only got chapter 19 and 20. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? In the book of Deuteronomy, they have Deuteronomy chapters 4 through 6. Then they got 8 through 11 and chapter 28. The book of Samuel, they only have the 17th chapter and the 24th chapter. Do y'all see this? The book of Chronicles, they only have the 17th chapter. They don't even have 2nd Chronicles. Took out most of the book of Job, totally removed the book of Psalms. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, this is crazy, y'all. Look at this Isaiah. They took out 90% of Isaiah. You guys, they took out 90% of the Torah and Tanakh. You heard the guy say it when we watched the video. If you didn't, go back and watch this video, fam. Look, there's no book of Amos, no book of Zechariah, no book of Zephaniah, no book of Obadiah. Y'all, do y'all see this? Family, it is not possible that we got all the books. We don't have them, y'all. You heard the guy. They took out 90% of the Old Testament, family. No wonder why we can't get stuff straight and come together. They took, y'all, it's going to be a beautiful day when Yahweh smites the nations, y'all. Let me see. King David says, facts. He let their pride get to them, making them think we going to be so afraid forever. Yep, and dumb. Not one of us going to catch on. That's how prideful the Most High made them. Now it's, oh crap. they woke. Let's block them. Facts. Yashabam says, could you up the volume? Got you, Ak. Yahweh's portion says slavery is mentioned numerous times in the New Testament as well, largely focusing on encouragement of fair treatment of slaves, but never does it instruct for the release of slaves. Exactly. Ain't that crazy, y'all? Ain't that crazy? J.R. Meadows says, wow. Yeah, family. Wow is right. Family, these people have had us in a vacuum, family. Family, they did this for so long.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. This is obviously in reference to the preceding narrative of the Exodus. What was included is the treatment and enslavement of Joseph in Genesis. But at the end of the story, Joseph takes charge of Egypt, second only to the king, being exalted over his former master and his brothers who sold him into slavery. In addition to this,
Yeah, I just had to show y'all that. I had to let you see all the books they took out. Family, 90% of the Torah and Tanakh was removed. And you tell me, you think these devils gave all these books back? Don't believe the hype, family. And man, this is how evil these people were. Hey, yo, just think about this, though. Aren't you glad that you're not the one who removed these books? Aren't you glad that you're not the one who's going to have to stand in front of the Most High and try to give an account for how you thought it was cool and neat to remove the book of Leviticus, to remove the book of Numbers, to take out just about the whole book of Genesis and the whole book of Jeremiah and the whole book of Obadiah, whole book of Zephaniah, whole book of Zechariah. Yo, these people have totally rifled through our records, y'all. Ain't no way we got all the books. And guess what? It's stuff in there that shouldn't be there as well. They put stuff in there and took stuff out. Gave us the New Testament, all kind of stuff. These people have literally disrespected Yahweh, and they've disrespected the 12 tribes of Israel. So much till there's no way that they can pay their debt. They got to go into slavery. And some of them are going to be extinguished. That's the way, the debt is going to be paid. SP says, hijacked our history. Exactly. J.R. Meadows says, it's very sickening to my soul. Me too, brother. But you guys, we are knee deep in captivity. It's been a long day. I still got a lot of stuff I got to do this evening, as I'm sure many of you do. But I just had to come on here, you guys, because I was thinking about this, and I cannot just sit on life-changing, valuable information without sharing with my brothers and sisters. Why? Because you're my brothers and sisters, and we all family, and we going to get into the kingdom together. We went into captivity together, and we're going to get into the kingdom together. And how we going to do that, pray tell? We're going to keep the commandments, and we're going to serve and fear and love Yahweh and Yahweh only. And we will say death to all idols. I hate idols. I despise idols. If I had my way, I would go around knocking down, destroying, burning idols down right now. But right now, if I tried that, you know what? I'd probably go to jail or prison because these devils love idols. Me, on the other hand, I hate them. I detest them. I want them all dead, destroyed, set on fire, just like the Torah commands us to do. We're supposed to be destroying idols, not tolerating it. We're supposed to be hewing them down. J.R. Meadows says, like listening to government is a change. Yeah, you're right. Natea says, this is valuable information. All praises. I hope you guys found value in this, brothers and sisters. That's why I had to come on here and share this with y'all. Because look, it does no good. At least in my opinion, it does no good if I know something. If my brothers and sisters don't know. If I find out something, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all every time. When I find out something that's true, I'm going to share it with you every time. And I hope that you guys, whenever you find out something that's true, share it with me because I want to know. That's why I'm sharing it with y'all, because I know y'all want to know the truth. And so do I. And whenever I come across something, I must share it with y'all because I love y'all just like I love myself. And I'm supposed to. And y'all are supposed to too. We all are supposed to love each other and be there for each other in the ways that we can. I know we still in captivity, but the little bit of ways that we can help each other, let's do it. That's what it's all about. Hebrews, I'm going to let you guys go on with your evening. I love all of y'all. Hit this like button if you haven't already. Hit the bell and subscribe to the channel, Hebrew. Tav X, purity and becoming one. Hebrews, may the Most High bless all of you out there. Peace, blessings, love, and safety to the 12 tribes. And always remember, Hebrews, these Europeans, they raped our holy scriptures and our records by taking multiple books out and adding multiple books in. But they will pay for it. Yahweh's portion says, Shalom. Shalom. Shalom to all of you Hebrew Israelites out there. I love y'all. Natea says, blessings, family. Blessings to all of y'all. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that this video was edifying and informative, family. Yahweh says, Psalms 150 forever. All praises to the mighty one, family. I encourage everybody on here Go and read Psalms 50 right now. As soon as I end this video, I'm going to go read Psalms 150. Thanks for that, brother. And now Yasserah says, Shalom, family. Shalom to you, sis, and shalom to all of you. May the Most High smile upon you all and all of your dwelling places. May the Most High help us all to get into the kingdom, y'all, so that we can actually live for real. What we doing right now, family, we surviving. We not living, family. Our people haven't lived. It's been hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years since we lived, y'all. We're not living. We surviving. Keep the Most High's commandments. Fear the Most High. Keep his commandments. That's the conclusion of the whole matter. If you don't understand nothing else, understand that. Fear the Most High. Keep his commandments. And we will inherit the kingdom, family. Shalom. Tav X Hebrews.